Here's a half-time score. Warrington 4 with their lone try coming from Barber. Leeds at 21 points coming from tries to Carville, Smith, Ward and Chapman, with 2 goals and a drop goal from Sinfield. So back to whimper from the Wolves at the moment. The big question is, can the Warrington boys get their growl back in the second half? Let's go back to Joe and Bill to find out.
So Warrington looking for a big response in this second half, but immediately, first touch, another mistake, and Ian Parry looks absolutely disgusted with himself.
Well, Wigan St Jude's play, I don't know what John Myler, the coach, said at half-time, but it didn't go into those ears.
And it gives Leeds the ideal field position right at the start of the second half, just to turn the screw and take any idea of a fight back out of these Warrington minds. Wainwright joining in the attack there. Foster. Jamie Jones-Buchanan felt that challenge. But it's Leeds on the attack. Then the mistake from them. I think it was Gareth Hewitt who put that ball down and picked up a knock as well in the process. So led off for Warrington now. Can they get things going in this second half? Hughes with the drive for them. Heighton, Ben Simpson. Simpson will be looking for more of the ball. Didn't see a lot of him in the first half. And yeah, there wasn't a lot of ball to be had. Parry. Up to the 40. Duffy. Good defence from Leeds. Now here's Willie Cowell. That's the last tackle.
That's right, they've worked it to centre field, the ideal position for the kick, and it's Duffy who will put it in. Let's see if he can judge the wind in this second half. No, again, too long. Just like Kevin Sinfield in the first half, having trouble really. It is deceptive. It looks like a perfectly calm day out there, but there's a strong breeze going straight down the field, which really helps these kicks.
Hewitt. The top try scorer for Leeds, Gareth Hewitt, 12 to his name so far. Here's Ward. Ward with a big gap opening up in front of him, trying to get the ball away, and again it doesn't come off. And again it was Gary Smith who couldn't take that one in. But that's twice when Leeds have been in very promising positions and the final pass has let them down.
It's a let-off for Warrington as well. Again, we made the comment about Leeds making mistakes and Warrington, but the difference, Leeds making them close to Warrington's line. You can be a little forgiven for the odd stray pass, but not the dropped ball right close to your own line. And Warrington have made too many of those mistakes this afternoon. Let's hope they can change it around this second half.
Simpson doing well to get that ball away. It's with Dan Hornby. Hornby tackled by Gary Smith. And Dan Hornby picking up a knot there. Here's Ben Simpson again. And I think Leeds have done their homework on Ben Simpson, because he hasn't had the sort of opportunities that we've seen him in other Warrington performances. Duffy's kick, though, another poor one.
Put this down to pressure by Leeds. They really scooted out, put Duffy under pressure, forced him to kick out on the full, and it's not what Warrington wanted, that's for sure.
Andy Speake with the run. And Leeds have spent virtually the entire second half so far camped in this Warrington half. The Wolves just unable to break the stranglehold that Leeds are putting them under at the moment, and it's only through Leeds' carelessness that they haven't added to that scoreline. Can they do so now? Opportunity for David Wrench to do just that. And Wrench just makes the kick a little bit simpler for his captain Kevin Sinfield, but that time Leeds did turn the possession into points, and another simple try. Wrench the scorer that time.
Here we see as Leeds come from the mistake from Warrington. 2 long passes. There's Sinfield again, finds Wrench straight through the gap, straight over. Looks to improve the angle for his captain. for the conversion, making the kick easier. And that's good thinking by Wrench. Here are the two fast, flat passes along the line. Sinfield hits the man in between two of the Warrington defenders. And you can't stop David Wrench. When he gets across the line, he also looks to improve it. And that'll be an easy kick now for Kevin Sinfield, his captain. The player that provided the pass, he returns a compliment by making the kick considerably easier. Kevin Sinfield will accept it, I'm sure. 2 from 4. Make it 3 from 5.
And Leeds 27 points to 4 ahead now. Dan Ward. Ward loses that ball, and Penkovic was in there. There were 2 Warrington players in there, in fact.
Well, initially just the one man, and just before Ward releases it, Ben Simpson comes to his aid in the tackle.
I'm not sure it was before. I think Penkovic was hard done by there. But it's a hard one for the referee to decide. A split second. Sean Penkovic is a fairly small character. Dan Ward is not a small character.
Not at all, no. But still, if there were 2 men in the tackle. Again, it's a fine line, Bill, to call. I mean, one hand, does that constitute, a part of the tackle? One hand on the player.
Leeds on the attack
nice
again.
move.
Jones Buchanan gets the ball off. Wainwright, Michael Wainwright finishes off. Jones Buchanan did the damage. And Leeds with another classy try. Michael Wainwright, his 10th of the season.
James Jones Buchanan comes off this intricate pass. They switch the play. Sinfield has it. The inside ball finds Buchanan behind the dummy runner. And then once he draws the defence, he passes it on to Michael Wainwright, the 17-year-old. 9 tries this season, make this number 10 for Wainwright. Inside pass, there's Buchanan, draws the full-back in the defence, and a good try from Leeds. The perfect answer, the switch across to the back of the play, the ball. Sinfield, the dummy runner, then finds Buchanan through the gap, draws the defence, and Michael Wainwright, a superb try for Leeds. The strength of Buchanan here, poise as well with a beautiful pass. It finds Michael Wainwright, and the Leeds players congratulate him. That was excellent, well-worked move for Leeds.
Sinfield succeeds with the conversion. Leeds 33 points to 4 ahead. Rhodes gets away from the tackle, and now it's with David Foster, but that one went forward, says the referee.
Yep, you can see on the replay the line there at the halfway. That's straight, the ball was in front of it, and therefore a forward pass. Quite easy for the referee to see that one. Scott Rhodes, the scrum half for Leeds. Had a good game this afternoon, distributed well, found Sinfield his captain.
Duffy finds Willie Cowell. Cowell tackled by Andy Kirk for Leeds. Mark Yates, Duffy, Ben Simpson now. Simpson again, looking to get that ball away, does, finds Paul Salmon. Salmon stepping in field. This is better from Warrington, livelier stuff. Duffy flips that ball up for Heighton. Heighton tackled by Gary Smith. Penkovic goes himself. Sean Penkovic, can he get that ball down? The referee is on the spot. I think he's going to give that try. He is. And 16-year-old Sean Penkovic has already made his mark in this game. An England schools player this year.
Funny youngster Penkovic, after all the good work done before it, he scoots from acting half-back, gets low, and there's Leeds defenders in abundance, but he has the skill to get through the gap. Small, quick player, gets low, uses his leg power and drives. 3 players in the tackle, but does get the ball down. Excellent position from the referee and his assistant on the sideline, and Penkovic crosses for Warrington. And that's justice too, because they've played exceptionally well in the last 5 or 10 minutes, really come back at Leeds. Penkovic is the one that crosses the line, but the work was done beforehand with Duffy and Heighton.
John Duffy taking over the kicking duties from Steve Kirkbride. This one favours Duffy from Wide out on that left-hand side. To drift it in, hang it on the wind. Can he do that? Doesn't look like it. Didn't have the distance. But Warrington have shown a bit of character. Warrington 8, Leeds 33. So after a torrid hour or so of this game, it's been a bit better from Warrington Wolves. And I don't think it's because Leeds have eased off the gas in any way.
No, they'll have been drilled not to do that. I think it's the injection of players, youngsters into it like Pankovic, who've come on and released Heighton to move out in his more accustomed role as organiser and playmaker, along with John Duffy.
Warrington player down injured. Looks like Paul Salmon back on his feet now. Jogging back to the defensive line as Leeds put the pressure on again with Gary Smith. That's the 5th tackle. Sinfield puts the bomb up. Group of players waiting underneath it. Ball comes loose and the referees wipe the tackle count clean. It looks as though it came off Gareth Barber and it's with Leeds now. Chris Chapman, the ball comes out wide for David Foster, and Foster gets in at the corner, and the bomb went up on the right-hand side. The try was scored in the left-hand side, and Foster was the try scorer.
Well, here's the kick again. It's not collected by Warrington. The ball goes down, the referee wipes the tackle count clean, and then Leeds just decided to take it right across the field from where it came. A couple of passes, it eventually finds David Foster. Salmon comes across for Warrington to try and tackle him. He's just long enough and strong enough to get across. But it's good work from Leeds. They collected the kick because Warrington failed to do so, then they pass it right across the field. And once it finds Foster, the wingman, he's determined enough, steps back inside, reaches out with the left hand and scores a try.
Sinfield with 4 from 6, but this is probably the most difficult kick he's faced all afternoon. Wide out and also into a strong breeze. Got good distance but didn't get the direction. But Leeds hold a 37 points to 8 advantage. Off goes Gary Smith, looking for another try. One to his name already. Gary Smith. Rhodes. Wrench, another one of the Leeds try scorers. Well tackled that time. Lee Timon in there among the tacklers. Sinfield, oh, lovely reverse pass inside. It was Aaron Gornall who was there. Another opportunity for Leeds, but the ball not grounded. Sinfield it was himself. He's given the try. Well, it looked as though Sinfield had been held up there.
It's Paul Salmon, the Barrow Schools sprint champion, who got back to cover Sinfield. Sinfield may have just got the ball down. Here we are on the replay. Sinfield can't get the pass away. 2 men in there. Salmon is the main one who tries to get underneath. But I think there you see, that's where the ball is touched down. Only then was he rolled onto his back. But right at the moment as he crosses the line, that's where the ball goes down. It's hard to see from that angle. This one may give you a little better insight. Salmon makes the tackle. Sinfield crosses the line. This is the one, surely, which will tell us. 2 men in the tackle. Sinfield can't get the pass away, decides to go on his own. But as they cross, there's the ball on the line, and that's the try. Good decision from the referee.
Sinfield with the kicking duties as well. 4 from 7 for the Leeds captain. This another tricky one, way out wide, and again into this stiff breeze that's blowing down the pitch. Close, not close enough. A bit like the scoreline. Warrington 8, Leeds 41. Heighton for Kirkbride. Kirkbride flings that one away. He was looking for Andrew Barr, I think it was. And it goes into touch.
Well, a plan move from the scrum. Take it to the short side, try and put some little intricate passes in, find your wingman, but it didn't come off again. sloppy pass, really.
16-year-old Andrew Barr looking for his first touch. Couldn't find that one. Oh, and then Leeds break out. This is great stuff from Leeds. Chapman trying to go all the way. He's been chased back by Gareth Barber, but Barber can't get there. Chapman gets his second underneath the sticks. And devastating for Warrington, finding themselves on the attack and then turning to see Chris Chapman heading in the opposite direction. Barber tried to close him down, but Chapman had the legs of him.
Right at the beginning from the scrum, just watch the ball from Kevin Sinfield. Draws the man, pops the pass out, finds Chapman on his shoulder, and he has just got enough pace, despite the attention of Gareth Barber, to go the full length of the field and score his 9th try of the season. That's the pass from Sinfield. Takes the tackle, looks on his support play, and it's Chapman that provides it. There's the determination on the face. They're not going to catch him.
Sinfield successful with the conversion. Warrington 8, Leeds 47, the scoreline. And that's the final whistle. Leeds, an emphatic victory against a side who had been hoping to give them a much closer run for their money, but they found a Leeds side playing at their peak. And Chris Chapman with 2 tries to his name, leading the Leeds way. And it's Warrington 8, Leeds 47. The
Going against a Leeds side that are brimming with confidence and at this stage of the competition are red hot for the title. Pretty hard to select a man of the match this week, although I think you would have to agree it had to be a Leeds player. Once again, the skills of Kevin Sinfield came to the fore, and as usual he controlled the game throughout. His touches were simply first class. And full credit also to Warrington's 16-year-old super sub Sean Penkowicz, who had a sound game when he came on, scoring a fine try for the Wolves. But the man who took my eye was the Leeds second rower Gareth Carvell. The big number 12 made plenty of metres up the middle and his offloading ability was quite outstanding. He also opened the scoring for the Rhinos with a very fine try. So the big back rower seems to be improving with each game and is a dab hand at scoring tries also, having crossed for 12 touchdowns already this season. And no doubt senior coach Graham Merry will have taken note too. And surely he must be online to be selected in the top grade yet again. Keep your eye out for this exciting youngster. He's a star of the future. OK, stay with us. We've got plenty more of the Academy League after the break, including the best of results of round 12.